What's up, everybody? Hope you're well. Average Beer Dude here. This is episode number 4 of Average Beer Dude TV, and today we have a banger. Alvarado Street Brewery out of Monterey, Northern California. These guys are just amazing. I can't say enough good things about these guys. I have not had a beer from them yet that I have not liked. Today we're going to be drinking Cool Runoffs. I have not had this beer yet. I have not cracked a can of Cool Runoffs. I have not even looked at what this thing tastes like. All I've looked at is the ingredient list and figured we'd just go in that way. A little bit more about this beer. 8.1%, 50 IBU, has Mosaic, Eldorado, and Amarillo in it. Uses American 2-row malt, and it's using London 3 yeast. So if the forecast is right, this should be pretty hazy. We'll see how that goes. A little bit more about this specific beer. I believe this is their second run of this beer. First run, I think, was in the summertime of 2017. I missed out on that one. I couldn't get it in trade. But now that Alvarado Street's distributing down here to San Diego via Bottlecraft, I've been able to snag some of these things. So can't say enough about that and how excited I am for that distribution. A little bit more about Alvarado Street. As I mentioned, they're up in the Monterey area. They have 2 locations. They have their brewery, which I believe is in Salinas, and then they have, I believe, a brewery grill type situation in Monterey. They're distributing, I believe, all over Northern California and down here in Southern California, just in San Diego, as far as I know. I don't know what kind of deal Bottlecraft has worked out with these guys, but it's definitely a good one. Truthfully, Alvarado Street's probably one of my more favorite Northern California breweries. As I mentioned, I've reviewed and written reviews on several of their beers, I believe way back to Contains No Juice, maybe like 9 or 10 months ago, and just recently had tried Local Shred Red. And what else have I tried from them? I can't even remember. But everything they're doing is just really good. I have a couple more beers in my fridge from them, and I am super jacked to dig into those. So a little bit more about this one specifically. This can, Sanka Ya Dead Man. I love it. I love the movie Cool Runnings. In 1993, that movie came out. That's a long-ass time ago. And that makes me feel like I'm getting old as hell. So canned on 1/3. This is a New Year's beer. Pretty fresh. I think we can just go ahead and dive in. I'm trying to remember if I had anything else to share, but I'm kind of thirsty, and I feel like I'm wasting time, so let's do this. I'm just going to give myself kind of like a little half pour so I can stick my schnoz in there a little bit and see what's up. Let me give you guys a little bit better of a shot of that can. Got some hops in a bobsled and kind of a pretty basic can, but kind of fun. First thing I noticed in this beer when I was pouring it is that it smells freaking good. You can see that there. Honestly, it's not, it's hazy. I'm not going to complain about that. I'm not one of those people that complains about what's hazy and what's not, but I expect it to be a little bit more turbid, but it's still very hazy. If I had to describe it, I would say kind of like a golden orange yellow color. It does have a nice little head there. You can kind of see nice little head of foam. You can see it's kind of retaining pretty nicely there. So let's go ahead and take a sniff, see what we get. Man, this thing smells good. I can literally smell it from right here. Well played, Alvarado Street. A lot of orange on that one. Maybe some like tropical pineapple notes there too. Maybe some like peachy, stone fruity type, but look, this just smells like a juice bomb. I'll just leave it at that. Anybody that knows what a juice bomb is kind of knows what this beer smells like. There's also like somewhere deep down inside this beer is still pretty cold, but there's like this like hoppy, earthy hop taste just to remind you that it is a beer, which is always pleasant. This thing retains like super nice too, just leaving traces all over the place. Enough of that. Let's go ahead and take a sip, see what we're feeling on the body, and then we'll go ahead and describe the taste and give this sucker a rating. That's really good. Man, I don't know if it's because I'm thirsty or what, but that is tasting mighty fine. little slick and oily in the mouth. Body's not as thick as I expected it to be honest with you. It's not a bad thing though. It's still kind of like a thinner medium body. Real subtle carbonation for me. Sits in that mouth really easy for 8.1%. Super easy to drink. Not particularly boozy or anything like that. But yeah, man, this is a solid beer. I really like this one a lot. Taste-wise, I'm getting like a lot of orange, probably from that Amarillo, kind of like an orange juicy type taste. And oddly enough, this one from a hop standpoint, double IPAs, sometimes they just nail you with hops, sometimes they don't. This one doesn't. It's actually really smooth all the way to the finish. And while it does linger just a little bit, it is pretty clean overall. There's just a little bit of like that malty sweetness there, like mid palate too. Makes it kind of that nice transition from that citrusy, orangey, tropical type of stuff to a nice sweeter transition to the very light hoppy bite that this thing has. How do I even describe where to start when it comes to rating this thing? This is good. I can't recall exactly, where my Alvarado Street spectrum is and like what I said the best one was and what the worst one was, even though there's no real worst one, if you will. This one is solid. This one might be like top 2 for me. I still have Contains No Juice in my head from way back. That was just phenomenal. That was pretty early on in my beer journey, but this one is tasting really good. Man. If I had to give you a rating, I would say this one is pretty close to blowing my mind, like a perfect score, but, let's give it a 4.5 out of 5. Super good. Well done, Alvarado Street. I can't wait to get more of your beer, to be honest with you. I can't wait to dig into, what you guys have coming down the pipe. Really appreciate you guys putting out all these beers. I know you guys are canning weekly at this point up there, and then you're distroing, I think, every 2 weeks down here to San Diego. So I have an opportunity every 2 weeks to get like 5 or 6 of your beers. So all of those of you out there that just love the kind of West Coast, East Coast hybrid style beer, I would definitely recommend checking out Alvarado Street. I would definitely recommend checking out this guy right here if you can find it on draft or in a can, Cool Runoffs. Yeah, this one's a winner. I don't know if I have much more to say, so I'm going to go ahead and go finish this beer. I hope all of you have a great day, and thanks for tuning in. Cheers.